All right. Hello, everyone. Happy to be here. My name is Adam Hahn. I'm the head of community programs at the Stacks Foundation, and I am joined by two special guests, Phil and Dom from the Easy A team. Phil and Dom, please take a second to say hi and introduce yourselves and give us a little background of what Easy A is.
Definitely. Thanks very much for having us on, Adam, and it's a pleasure to see everybody today. I'm Phil, co-founder of EZA. Uh, Little background on EZA, we are Duolingo for blockchain. We have been getting people pulling with that, showing them what they can do in the Bitcoin economy. A little bit of background on myself. First got into Bitcoin in 2013 through actually Bitcoin mining. Founded EZA about 3.5 years ago. Yeah, grew up in the UK. For that, my undergrad at Cambridge University, but Tom is also my brother who did his undergrad in the States.
Cool. Thanks, Phil, for the intro. A bit about myself. Like Phil, got into Bitcoin relatively early, and ultimately after that, decided to go to university at the University of Pennsylvania, Wharton. Did an undergrad degree in finance out there, and then worked at Blackstone afterwards. Before getting hired by Travis Kalanick, the ex-Uber CEO and Uber founder, to go work at his Cloud Kitchens startup, which has now evolved into a pretty big company. But a couple of years ago, decided to join Phil and really found EZA with the goal of getting back to our blockchain roots and get people actually learning about some of the world-leading blockchains out there. And really getting them to build long-lasting projects in the different ecosystems that existed. So yeah, fast forward to today, really excited to be working with Stacks, getting tens of thousands of new builders onto Bitcoin, and really showing them the possibilities of what exists in the huge $1 trillion asset class.
Awesome. Thanks to you both. So let's talk a little bit about that. So EZA has this incredible app where we have nearly 100,000 builders who are learning about stacks in that app. And we also have a hackathon or a have-a-thon that's going to be taking place this weekend in Boston. Can one of you share a little bit more about, the structure that the app plays in preparation for the hackathon, and also what can people expect who are going to be participating at this upcoming hackathon? What are the things that they can look forward to?
Definitely, I can take the app and I'll hand it to for the hackathon. So the app really, you can think of it basically really as being like Duolingo for blockchain. In terms of our stacks crash course, the 60 days of stack allows anyone to go from like knowing very little about how building on Bitcoin actually works, all the way through to learning clarity, which is of course the smart contract language that powers smart contracts on stacks, and then also building their own Bitcoin DeFi dApp. So going all the way from zero, all the way up to deploying their very first smart contract and preparing them for the hackathon. Yeah, I'll hand over to Dom to chat about hackathon.
Cool, thanks, Phil. So ultimately, the goal is after the builders and developers have all completed the Stacks challenges, they show up to our hackathons. And this weekend, we're actually hosting a hackathon at Harvard, together with world-class universities all across the East Coast. So we're expecting, really great students, recent grads, and also more experienced devs who've graduated from Harvard, MIT, and a ton of great universities all across the East Coast to attend in person and ultimately show us what they built after learning about the Stacks ecosystem through our in-app Stacks challenges over the last month and a half. So really excited to see what they build. At our last hackathon, actually in London, there were hundreds of devs and ultimately around 50 projects that got deployed at the end of the hackathon. And many of those are still building, getting accepted into some really great accelerators in the ecosystem. So hoping for similar results at this one, and excited to see who ultimately walks away with the grand prizes.
Awesome. So we have just about a minute or so left. I guess my last question is, what should people do who are interested in a hackathon or in this hackathon, but maybe they haven't signed up yet? Where should they go to get started? Where should they go to learn more?
Yeah, so start off with the EZA app, start learning about stacks. Even if you can't come, one of the best ways to actually start learning. You can do it on the go, whether you're just on your way to work or in the car. You can get out the app and start learning. And then second of all, make sure that you do check out our Twitter, of course, and there's the Stacks Harvathon link as well, which you can check out in order to register.
So we have this upcoming hackathon this weekend, and then also, we've been working with EZA as Phil said and Dom said last fall, but we also have another hackathon coming up later next month. So for those who are going to be participating or attending the Consensus conference, be sure to keep an eye out for the hackathon that's going to be taking place at Consensus. The EasyA team will be there, as well as the Stacks ecosystem folks will be there as well. So we'd love to see you there. And if anybody has any questions, you can find Phil and Don. Where can we find you on Twitter, or where can people find you to get in touch with you and to engage with you guys?
Yeah, we'll see everybody at Harvard or in Consensus, and of course online. Our Twitter handle for EasyA is at EasyA_app, and my Twitter is Quack Phil, and Dom's is Dom Quack.
Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.